There are all kinds of courage. It takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but just as much to stand up to our friends. So spoke Professor Dumbledore of Neville Longbottom in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. In the fictional world of Harry Potter, great courage was needed as their world was being destroyed by evil, slowly at first, but then at a much faster pace toward the end. Many folk my age feel like we've been watching the disintegration of society for a long time, and the pace is accelerating. Where it will end, only God knows. And even though American culture has always been corrupt and is neither saved nor savable, it does have an impact on the Lord's church. In order to preserve the faithful, we will need many Nevilles in the days ahead because the storm clouds continue to gather. But not necessarily for the threats you may first consider. And no, this isn't about whether or not churches acquiescing to the government's quarantine requests was reasonable or unreasonable in reaction to the coronavirus. Satan may be attempting to crush our fellowship by fear, but is also seeking to break it by division and strife. We must not surrender to either. However, this is about how great courage is needed to challenge today's obsession with tolerance. At school, work, and sometimes even in the church, the only truly offensive conduct is criticizing or condemning someone's conduct. Unless, of course, we're condemning someone for condemning someone. Tolerance only extends to those who tolerate the things we approve. As reason and thought are replaced by emotion and tolerance, the disintegration of culture accelerates. But along with that disintegration, our opportunity to shape and influence the world as salt and light expands. Which is why we desperately need more folk to be like Joshua, who bravely faced his own people when they rebelled and threatened to stone him, Caleb, Moses, and Aaron. It was so bad, God had to step in and stop them. Numbers 14, verses 4 through 10. And when it was time to take over from Moses, God charged Joshua 4 times to be strong and courageous while facing their enemies as they entered the promised land. Joshua 1, 6, 7, 9, and 18. Today, we need to be strong and courageous as we face the enemies of God and His people. Not just the ones on the other side of the river, but even those among us, particularly those who've swallowed the tolerance pill and urge us to compromise with the world around us. Today's Morning Minutes in the Bible on Sensual Service Saturday calls on us to heed Jehovah's charge to be strong and courageous, well enough to reject the worldly appeal for tolerance and its evil twin, the siren song of sensual service. It isn't easy to know when to stand, nor is it easy to do when the time comes. May God grant us the strength to be brave people. Until tomorrow, this is James McClenny hoping you have a great day.